Hi, my name is Rob, and this is my review of Martian Manhunter #1. John Jones, or better known as Martian Manhunter, finally gets his own solo title post-New 52, courtesy of writer Rob Williams, artist Eddy Barrows, and the rest of the art team. John has gained a large fan following in recent years, especially, not just due to his appearances in comics, but also in the Justice League animated series shows that have come out. John, although a Martian, is typically the level-headed one in the group and often shows himself to be as human as much as anyone else. I was interested in seeing the results of Martian Manhunter #1, considering the amount of hype and anticipation behind this title. In the end, I was glad I picked up issue #1. Martian Manhunter #1 will likely leave you with more questions than answers, but the start of many good stories will do that, as we get our first look at John. He is clearly having an identity crisis, unsure of where his place on the earth and his role within it is. Unfortunately for John, things don't get any easier as his attempt to stop an airplane from crashing to the ground is met with resistance from some new quote-unquote guests. Of course, things don't get any easier for John or members of the Justice League, as the problems are not isolated, but in fact are rather increasingly spreading everywhere on Earth. We get a nice look at some other developing subplots in issue #1, which I won't get into spoiling here, but they certainly add to the story, and I look forward to see how Williams connects all these pieces together. Williams clearly has a knack for storytelling as showcased in issue #1. He manages to introduce the reader to John, show us some of his powers, and get us a credible villain within the first issue, while John deals with the crisis around him. Although the book relies on narration at times in issue #1, it's well done to the point where it's not distracting, and the narration is compensated by some good dialogue. Eddy Barrows and the rest of the art team do an excellent job in issue #1, showing off the action scenes and the smaller scenes equally well. John's attempts to save the planet have some of the best pages of the issue, and the art helped establish the threat facing the Earth too. I thought the coloring by Gabe was great and added a great deal to the issue. I also thoroughly enjoyed the cover. So some final thoughts. Martian Manhunter #1 is a solid debut for Williams, and I look forward to seeing where he takes the character in future issues. The tone of the book is still being established, but I find it interesting that it would seem to be moving in a sci-fi horror direction, one I would find completely okay. John has long deserved a solo title of his own, and it's his time to shine, and the pair of Williams and Barrows are doing a wonderful job of showcasing the character so far. So I would give Martian Manhunter #1 a score of 8.5 out of 10. But that's just my opinion. What did you think of Martian Manhunter #1? Comment below and let me know what you think. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.